What's on the ballot this November election? Click What's on the ballot at michigan.gov/vote to find the ballot for your precinct. One.
She knows she's my girl.
Oh, we're live, but we're back.
Good evening, everybody.
Election sisters,
And
we are back.
And we have an added addition today.
Thank you for tuning in. And no, it's not Liz Taylor, is it? This is
No,
not Liz Taylor.
Miss Liz is on vacation, so he's not a pearl clutcher.
Well, I'll finish.
He a soldier now.
Well, he'll snatch them from you. What we decided is.
You gonna say you a soldier in the army of the Lord.
Well, we need some. The gates are pearl, so.
Well, if something happens that makes you have to clutch your pearls, the honorary visitors' pearls are on Our Lady. Just reach over there and just reach out and grab them and clutch you. Just reach out and grab. Just, oh Lord, no! Clutch her pearls. Clutch her pearls. So we're saying thank you for tuning in and clutching our pearls.
Right, tuning in and clutching our pearls.
And with our special guest,
Mr. AC.
And you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. When we talked before, and we talked about you all like, share, and subscribe.
Like, share, subscribe.
But when we talked about it, we were having him, and we're still gonna have you talk about what's going on in the third ward. But I want to change something.
We're gonna change it
because let him talk about what's going on in third ward because it goes into what you're talking about.
No, we need to
because that was the kickoff.
We need to talk about that mess from last.
But that was the kickoff. It ain't gonna take him but a second to say what he did. That was the kickoff. That was the kickoff. Okay. So we're gonna start with AC Dumas.
Well, let me say
for the third ward city council seat.
All right, I'm AC
The
Dumas.
number 2 show on 1420. Okay, we sorry, we playing.
Listen, I'm AC Dumas. Most of you know me, but what happened down last night at the Flint City Council meeting was
what you going for? You're talking about what you're running for.
Okay, I'm running for the third ward city council, and I'm a candidate for the third ward city council. And I was down there yesterday to the city council because they wanted to interview the candidates. Mm-hmm. So that's what brought me down there. Other than that, I would have been out knocking on doors and asking the people in the third ward if they would vote for me. And so, my theme is going back to the basics, putting the people first. Okay. And we must recognize this is the people's government. Don't nobody own no office. It belongs to the people. It's a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. It's the people's government.
Okay,
And when we elected officials, whoever appointed officials, we're servants. We're not here to be served, but we're here to serve. And Jesus said in the scripture, he that would be or she that would be the greatest among you will be the servant of them all. And so this is a servant job. And if you're not willing to serve and put the people first, you're in the wrong lifestyle. Okay, for those of you that don't know, he's speaking on the vacancy of the late Quincy Murphy's seat, the councilman of the third ward. So this situation that we're going to roll into concerning council is what they were there for. And the Mr. late Quincy Murphy was, are we still going? Oh, the Mr. late Quincy Murphy was also in that race. And before the election could happen, he departed us. So our condolences to his family. And we want to give all due respect to everyone. We don't care who you are. Even if we disagree with you politically, the first thing we are is humane. Okay? Well, we should be.
Well,
We should be.
well,
We
kick it off.
And
we shouldn't be using people's family for personal gain.
and so you know what? And it was funny because we were going to have you come in to talk about the third ward, but then after yesterday broke out, I said, "You were there. You were there.
Oh man.
You were there." And a lot of people want to know what happened.
Oh,
I mean, what got started? Because I was at home. I was at home, and I got a call from somebody that was there.
Oh,
And they're like, "Oh, you be glad you didn't come." They said, I can't believe what's happening. I got out of there.
It
I
was
already know who that was.
It was embarrassing. I think that the residents of the city of Flint need to look at what happened. I think that I guess the new word for the for, I guess, is the leadership. That's what I
Well,
heard
they
from
clearly said who leadership was.
the leadership
Yes.
needs to be changed. If that's what leadership is,
That's not leadership.
that we're going to hell. Excuse
Well,
me,
here's
going to hell in the handbasket.
Here's the problem with the whole process.
Mhm.
Let's get down to what the deal is. The leadership is the mayor. He's the leader, numero uno. And he even has a check and balance, which is the city council. So for one or two people on the city council to be making decisions without bringing it before the complete city council is a violation within itself. Because even if you're the vice president or the president and you have a great idea, before you make any moves, you have to have motion. To have motion, you need
They
support.
can't even make a motion now.
You need support and you need votes, the majority vote to make those type of moves. And what we're seeing here in Flint is nothing short of gangster style political corruption.
You know what? It reminds me of Trump.
And then
That's what that was yesterday.
Just like Trump,
Yes.
and they sat there.
That was
and I'm
January.
talking about
That
the
was a
president
mini
and the
January.
vice president
That
of
was
the
a
city
mini
council.
January 6th.
Exactly. They sat back and watched
and didn't try to
did
stop it.
nothing.
Didn't try
Yes.
to stop
Did
it.
nothing.
And in some
And
cases,
people were
you saw
endangered.
smirks and smiles.
What
Yes,
you
you
know,
did.
let me say this: that my condolences goes out to the Murphy family. As a matter of fact, I went to the funeral.
Okay.
I went to his
I
funeral,
heard it was very nice.
and I shook Mrs. Murphy's hand, and she shook mine and said, "Thank you." See, my issue with Quincy wasn't personal.
It was
That's right. That's
We
right.
just disagreed on some things,
Politically.
and some things that we agreed on.
Right.
So that's why I could go to the funeral.
Right.
But I want to say that this is the government, the council, and the administration, the legislative body, and the administration. They're co-equal in power,
Absolutely.
and that means co-equal. They have the same
Right.
powers.
That's
That's right.
Checking the balance.
And the administration proposes,
That's right.
and the council disposes.
That's right. Accepted or denied.
That's so that's where it is. And I think what happened last night was just
A
deplorable.
It was a tragedy.
Well, how did it happen? Because I've had people say, "Well, what kicked it off? What started it?"
So what happened?
Oh, yes.
I'm
I was
going
gonna say no. I was gonna catch y'all up in your comments
Oh,
real quick, but I didn't
Okay.
video.
Okay.
Oh, well,
You got a
okay.
video? Is it
I was
my
gonna-
video?
I got it. There's no audio to it, so y'all can talk while it's playing.
Is
But
it
it's,
my video? From mine?
yeah, I muted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
the
you-
thing kicked off yesterday because
Is this on? Is she's on air?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. They can hear you, right?
You're going to show it.
Yep,
Okay.
I'm showing it
Oh,
right now
you're
while you're
showing it
talking.
right
Yeah.
now while
They
we're
keep-
talking.
the thing kicked off because they did a prayer. So the first thing they asked Jerry when we called her to pray, she was like, "No."
I was yeah. I was
So-
watching that.
Candace prayed, and then she invoked Quincy. So the name again in her prayer.
Mhm.
So the temperature of the room, you could tell it was something
It was
brewing.
tense.
It was tense.
Yeah.
You could tell something was brewing. And then the next thing I knew, two people in the audience kind of had a little altercation. right after the prayer. So I mean the
So
meeting,
it started.
yeah, like
Yeah.
Let me say this.
they didn't even get to audience comment.
Mhm.
That's how quickly it popped off. So they got through special affairs and everything, and then they went into the next meeting, and then before they could get into audience comments for the second meeting, it popped off.
Well, this is what I noticed. When it, I didn't think nothing of it in the beginning. They said that somebody had said Quincy's family was here, and somebody from behind the family and said, "Don't nobody better not say his mother ugly name." At this point, it was about don't even say his name. But I ain't thinking nothing of it because it'd be high emotions in the meeting, and people, so and I understand his family has taken a loss, and so their emotions are high as well. And I also, well, I'll tell you what I came to realize down the line as it unfolds. So it's about 3 of them or so back there. Then I looked up and it was 5 of them. Then it was about 7 of them. Then it was about 11 of them. Then it looked like the Lord have 50. I don't know how many, but this is what I did notice. That sitting next to Miss Gladys, who is the Anglo-Saxon older lady, I thought her and this young woman were together. This young woman told her, "Shut up, B," and then threatened her. Well, she didn't get a warning or nothing.
Right, I was gonna say because I
So
heard.
let me clutch my pearls. Let me clutch my
Well,
pearls. Clutch. Because I mean, it was flat out wide open.
Then they told RL to shut up.
Yeah. They was telling everybody to shut up. And better not say his name. I mean, they was on it. Let me tell y'all something. I knew me and Stephanie was talking. I knew it was going down because the whole time me and her talking, they was right behind it. And these bees, you know
what? But I have a problem with that because now, first I thought it was just women. I thought it was just Black women. But yesterday I realized it's all women. Doesn't matter what color you are. That's how we're referred to. And it's allowed that we can be called out of our name. That's been allowed. And it's been and all this crazy behavior has been allowed for so long that now we're just numb to it. And so are we surprised about yesterday? Sometimes, I mean, yes and no.
Well, let me
because all you knew something was going to happen.
Let me say this. No, it hasn't been allowed.
Yes.
Let me say this. Not in city council, because in city council, I've seen somebody get put out for doing that,
but I'm saying,
or doing this and not even saying that. So
no,
that for that to be allowed in city
council,
council,
they call
They call bees.
that's what I'm talking about.
okay.
They call Bill.
Yeah, it depends on who's the victim on the receiving end.
That's what I'm saying. They have allowed that.
Yeah,
and you know what? And the other thing is, Flint is hurting. I mean, there's been a lot of loss in our community. And
we lost 2 council people.
Right. We lost the county commission. I mean, it wasn't that long ago. Then you have Quincy.
And
people have had their own losses.
That's Mr. Woodrow.
Exactly. I mean, there's been loss after loss after loss. And we are, and you don't know people's mental health state. You don't know where people are.
Like I said, I get that they're hurting about their loved one dying. Like, I don't know. They say he had some issues and stuff like that, but don't nobody really know what was going on with him, but maybe him and his mama.
But you know what? It goes back to what you said in the beginning. What'd you say? About leadership.
Oh yeah. Let me tell you something.
This
was absolutely orchestrated. And this is a joke. This is me being silly because I told y'all I'm a part-time comedian. And I'm not going to be my fun self. But I'm telling you how this went down, okay? These young ladies were sitting over at Grandmama house or Aunt Betty house on Sunday eating fried chicken with chicken grease all on their face. And somebody was hyping them up, telling them, and you should do this, and you should do that. Yeah, and girl, you right, because I don't appreciate they do. And then the cousin joined in. We should go down there. We're going to go down there tomorrow. And the next thing you know,
so wait a minute. You said somebody told them. Is that what she said?
That's what I
There's
heard.
a video out there. Somebody told
Okay, let's talk about that because I
looked at their body language and knew that they was all right with. They wasn't shocked. They was just like Donald Trump on January 6th. They wasn't shocked, they wasn't appalled, their mouth wasn't hanging open, their eyes wasn't bugged. They was up there like duty. The way you fall apart is somebody sneezes.
Listen, let me tell you something
girl,
else too.
please.
Judy, when stuff normally go down, Judy hit that back so hard.
And Judy sat there.
Judy was sitting there like I've been around the colors all my life.
Stop.
What?
What?
But let me tell you something.
Liddell and Candace was, oh my God.
You have some comments?
Yeah.
Okay, we don't have comments. What do you all have to say? Okay, read them to us.
Melissa Zambrinsky said, I know we need a different mayor. Tasha Lynn says, hello, everyone. B. Marie is in the building. Says, hello, everyone.
B. Marie. Happy B. Marie.
Melissa Zambrinsky said, that was a huge mess last night. I
Absolutely.
believe the current mayor had a hand in it also.
Okay.
Tasha Lynn said, Liddell and Candace need to resign immediately.
But they won't.
Miss Williams said, the state is going to come in and take over again.
Is
That's
that
what
who?
they want.
Is
I
that
think that's
who?
what
B.
Is that Miss
Marie.
Gladys or is that?
That was Miss Helen
I
Rochelle.
think that's what they're working on.
B. Marie said the current mayor is the most embarrassing of them all. Mr. John Malley said, hi, ladies, along with Mr. Dumas. I hope it'll be an investigation on that episode last night. That was
There
embarrassing.
should be an investigation.
Gloria
Yeah,
Davis
baby,
was clapping
I
her
ain't
hands.
heard my breath.
Now let's see. Here we get into some of the good ones. All right, Melissa Zambrinsky said, "I'm glad God said stay home with your child because it could have went way left."
Melissa, you
Right.
could have got arrested yesterday. You'd
Mhm.
have got arrested.
She said my son cares a lot about people that attend those meetings. Tasha Lynn said Leon and Judy knew what was going on too. They hands not clean in this last night either.
Leon said, "What? Leon got the heck on. I looked up and you ain't see. All I seen was that briefcase. He was gone."
They said the Dirty Four and Neely set this up last night for Murphy and
Maybe that's
family
why
to
he
act
was
out
at
like
the
this.
Let me tell you something, baby. They came in here ready for it. I've been young before. I've been young before. I told Stephanie, what did I tell you? I told her, they talking about whooping somebody. It's finna go down.
It's about to go down.
I knew it was finna go down. So we sitting up there. Next thing I know, you can feel the thickness in the room just getting thicker. I said, oh, it's finna jump off. Stephanie said, I heard somebody say they didn't call the police. Right at this moment, when we saying
Well,
this,
usually the police are there. Where were they?
we
They
didn't
had
have
one.
one.
They had
One
one
police
police officer there, and the police officer that they had there, it wasn't the real, and it wasn't the normal little black guy that be there. This was some white dude, and then I looked up and he was gone. I didn't even know.
All the police left.
He come from the back like he been eating or something. I don't know.
Let me tell you something about the white people, because I said I'm speaking. The white people in our community, we got them trained, baby. Somebody said somebody got some heat, they collected their little crap down low and bust them up out of there.
Oh, they got to that back.
They got down. Okay?
They had the front door blocked, right?
Yeah, they had the doorway blocked. Yeah.
So was
That
that
CFO, I ain't seen
No,
him.
yeah, the doorway blocked. But let me tell you somebody else who didn't play no games. I said, somebody got a gun. Miss Rita Stanley said,
Oh,
they got a
get
gun.
out
She
here.
said, they got a gun. I said, yeah, somebody up there got some heat, they say. Miss Rita's like, oh my God, I gotta get out of here. And I
get out of there.
and
I'm getting out of there too.
that's what I thought. But let me tell you something. I looked up, Miss Rita Stanley has split. Them youngins didn't have nothing on her. You get away, you probably would have got trampled. You better move. Miss Rita Stanley she said, oh my God.
But
I gotta get out of here.
Oh yeah.
No, I was gonna say we still got a bunch
Oh,
more.
okay.
Y'all, I'm just letting y'all know y'all about 9 minutes behind in your count. So that lets you know how many you got.
That was there, that dentist was that. I think she might have been one of the dentist's constituents or something like that. And I felt bad because the lady, her granddaughter or somebody was there, kind of like walking with her. But if something would have happened, there was no way that lady would have been able to get out the way.
Right. Okay, Lynn, go ahead.
Let's see. Miss Gloria Davis said we watched the insurrection last night.
Absolutely, Gloria. Absolutely.
Tasha Lynn said there's a video of Murphy's family stating Liddell Lewis asked his family to be there and show out.
What she said?
No, I knew
Girl,
it.
you better
On my live on Facebook, I was showing them, and Candace Mouchette said, Carol McIntosh taping us. Yeah, boo, because you too cool for this to be going on. Yeah, boo, I knew it. Y'all gonna start. I want a 1-800 number. Y'all pay Miss Cleo. You should play me. I'm predicting. Let me tell you something. It went down like Winnie and Bobby Brown. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Maxine Murray said, good evening.
Hey, Max.
Gloria Davis said, did you see the video that was posted on social media about 2 hours ago? John Malley, Tasha Lynn, if there's a video showing and hearing them saying President Lewis was involved in that, she should be charged criminally.
Yeah.
Well, didn't the video say that President Lewis told them that, and they didn't they actually say that they was coming for Tanya or something?
Yeah, threatening the council.
But it's on the video.
And then let me tell you how else President Lewis tried to gaslight. Then every time Pfeiffer tried to take a position, she bust out. And he called me a monkey and black women. You put black women out, all black women, disrespect people's grandmama, disrespect the residents, disrespect the black community every meeting. And now when this white man, hold on, now when this white man speak up, all of a sudden you want a black power. Don't try to gaslight us. Don't try to gaslight us when you never stand with us. How dare you? But see, that's the hype the crowd up to Sycamore Pfeiffer. She thinks we're so ignorant. We're gonna attack this white man on her command. Oh,
look at what she did yesterday. She said when they were talking yesterday about the grocery store, you want to do something for black people. She kept saying that.
And want them to step down and give up. So, you don't give up your money. You didn't give up your free weekend trip that you illegally took. You don't pass up none of your kibbles and bits, but you're going to suggest somebody else give up theirs.
I just think that the whole thing that they were, the whole, I rescinded, I can't talk today, rescinded my membership so that I could vote. And then I'll get it back later on. So you're blatantly telling me that you're unethical,
right? And that I will.
You're blatantly telling me
just rescind.
And the good doctor, you have a doctorate. I don't have a doctorate, but I have a master's degree. I've taken a couple of ethics classes in my educational travels, so I know you have.
And so you're saying that was very unethical.
A couple more of these. Somebody said, Miss Marsha Williams said the state's coming in. Tasha Lynn, John Malley, yes, it's very clear.
I don't know.
They said the Murphy ladies called Liddell Lewis's name. Gloria Davis said the video is troubling, and the family stated that Liddell Lewis was involved. Liddell told the family to come to council.
I'm gonna clutch my pearls, but I ain't shy.
Right. And that's the bad part, that we're not sure.
Because I told them that last night when I was making my video. I knew.
Well, you did a blow by blow in that video.
If they said this is above serious, John Malley, this is above serious. Someone could have been seriously hurt.
Yeah,
could have been hurt.
Yeah.
Someone said, I'm glad Miss Beverly Biggs' family was there with her.
Yes.
You gonna come? You got 13 people surrounding a woman with a walker, 55 years old.
Let me say this too, and I'm gonna say this. I don't condone violence. But what I knew from the beginning of that meeting is that these young ladies came in on 10. Now, I know nobody at council, I don't suspect, did anything to Mr. Murphy. I don't know about this bunch, but I don't suspect they did nothing to Mr. Murphy. So why they were so angry at people and had certain people targeted before they even had an opportunity to really participate in the meeting. And they specifically said that Miss Beverly Biggs ain't sitting in their uncle's seat. That's what made me feel like it was January 6th. Because you're saying this is the process, right? We're going to have an interview because they're going to appoint somebody. These ladies decided that was not going to take place. This is the process. This is the democratic process.
The ones that came in.
Yes.
But the two ladies, the leadership They could have taken control.
They could
They could have
Yeah,
given
they
people
could have.
warnings. Nobody
she
ever
would
got
have
a
like
warning.
Trump
Yes,
watched
AC,
TV
because
on-
I've never seen you so quiet in my life.
Well, I just want to say this,
Mm-hmm.
that the whole entire thing was just
A mess.
a hot mess.
Yeah.
Let me say that. And I think Davina should take a little blame also,
Mm-hmm.
A little.
a lot blame.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because, and reason, and she's the city clerk.
Right.
And we know that when Mr. Murphy passed away, she went on her own and declared the election was null and void.
I don't think, well.
A clerk,
Mm-hmm.
Had the authority to
Yeah.
pass an election.
and
I
there
will
was no
say this.
statutory authority that she has
I
to
was
declare that.
until we get that seat in the charter change.
Oh, the clerks
With
and
the
make
clerk
it an elected
is
position.
an elected
It should be
position.
Well, you know
And
what,
a elected position. We're gonna continue.
Steph, you know what, let me say this. I went to the meetings of the charter meetings. I went to a lot of them. And I asked the commissioners to make the clerk's office an elected office. The city of Flint, and you all can fact check me if you want, is the only municipality in the state of Michigan that their clerk's office is not an elected position.
Absolutely.
The only one.
You are right about that, and I know that for a fact. Because I know that for a fact. Because somebody told me, well, somebody reliable told me that.
Yeah, they need to be accountable to the people.
So
Not
she's held accountable to the council.
Correct.
She's not held accountable to the people.
Right.
So she's got to do with the
But
leadership.
that's not what your role is.
But that's not what exactly.
That's not what her
Let me
role
So
is.
you have a mayor and the leadership running
Well,
the
let me say this.
Yeah.
In Davina, not in her defense, but first of all,
because it's indefensible.
the mayor is elected. Look at him. These city council people are elected. Look at them.
Mhm.
So whether you elected or appointed, if you don't have a desire to do the right thing, because
That's right, you won't do it.
people start off
But
good and then they
She
get
feels like those are her bosses.
Well,
They
well,
can fire.
Well, she know the rules. She been there long enough. She
Uh-huh.
served under Inez. She know what's going
She
on.
knows the rules.
She's nobody's baby. Okay. Now I will say
Oh.
that she's nobody's baby. She's long in the tooth when it comes to dealing with this office because she's been there. So she knows what's
Mhm.
been going on, what's been acceptable, and all of a sudden she got a new thing. But this is what I'm gonna say. This is going on because we're allowing corruption to run so rapid. I'm going
Right.
to say this. Now, these ladies allowed basically a mini insurrection to take place at the city council. They didn't call for the police to take a stand. They didn't say a word. They didn't call for order. We have a director over Hasselbrink whose job is on the line, and they had it posted, all while city council members saying her job is absolutely not in jeopardy. The whole time it's posted on the city website.
Who said that? I want to know which one.
You have to watch your meetings. I'm not gonna be
I
be
want to
nasty.
know. That's not being. That's what. No, if we're letting people know something. Who
Okay,
said
well,
that?
Leon Elamine said her job absolutely was not in danger, and we found
See,
out her job was listed.
We gotta let people know.
Was listed on the
Mhm. That's
on the website, and
that's
then Miss Shasta, yes, yeah, and then Miss Shasta Little, the ombudsperson, who was voted to have this office by our people to keep our elected officials honest. That if you wanted to file a complaint about corruption, something against your neighbor, any of that, you can go to your ombudsman's office, and it will be private. Well, they fired her. His appointee, the mayor's appointee, made a motion to fire her, which would be Trishelle Young. Fired the ombudsperson.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Publicly.
now without even talking to this woman. Okay, and showed her crying about her job live. Okay, then now they're taking the complaints through
The mayor's office. No, through the
Hey, well, you
mayor's
know
office.
what?
That's illegal.
Well, whole lot of stuff they're doing.
That's
is
a
illegal.
violation of the charter.
The charter
That's
might have been
about,
breaking
you know,
because
everybody,
they've
you
been
know,
buying.
let me say this, but I know I'll be passionate and I'll be about to blow, but that's because I've read this charter several times, and I'm looking at all these people who are supposed to fall in line and be held accountable, flat out burn rubber on the charter and might as well light a match to. Okay, the charter is only good if they're trying to sick it on you. They are not following any charter rules. They're not even following the basic
They bend the rules.
rule of law.
But you know what, you were talking about the ombudsperson, and that's really when that was happening.
Yeah.
That's when Billy was
They was harassing
defending her.
Me and Billy.
And
I forgot the most important part.
That's what.
Leon Bellamy removed me from the Ethics and Accountability Board. I was fighting for Miss Shasta. Me and Billy was the only ones. We had complaints come before the Ethics and Accountability Board, and that Ethics and Accountability Board refused to even look at the video evidence. Only people was willing to look at it was the ombudsperson, Miss Shasta, Billy, and myself. And ain't it a co-inky dink? Two of us have been replaced, and the other one they always gunning for.
Well,
So-
you know what? As a council person,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, some of the things that I believe, you know, we need decorum back in the city council,
Yes.
civility,
Mm-hmm.
calm, character, integrity, trust, respect, and peace. And I've been campaigning, you know, every night. I go out and walk every day and knock on doors. I don't have the pleasure of having dark money.
Right,
I want to repeat that.
right,
I don't have dark money
right,
behind me.
right, right.
And see, when people are behind you with their money, then you're beholden to them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not beholden to anyone
Mhm.
but the residents of the third ward and the city of Flint residents. So, you know, no one has come and said, well, AC here. And I got some calls. And I said, no, thank you. Because I want to be free to represent the people.
Can I ask you a question?
And
about
yes,
AC?
please ask. I want the audience to ask me some questions.
Well, I want to ask you a question because I want you to go explain to me what happened. So I don't think a lot of people understand what happened with that 10th precinct.
Well,
You're right.
I was again campaigning, and that's off of Western Road. I was campaigning years ago. That used to be the 4th ward. Oh, about 10, 12 years ago, maybe a little longer. It was the 4th
Wasn't that
ward.
when Santino was that still when Santino was
It was third. It was when Santino was there. It was the 3rd ward.
Okay, so it was right before that. Okay.
I mean, it's been a good while that it was the 3rd ward. Because Santino's relative lived right on Pearson Road in the apartments
Mm-hmm.
on his
yeah.
people. I know exactly where they live.
So that's like Western Road, like Dorr Highway, Western Richfield, like
Oh,
back off and
Well, that goes all the way down to Branch,
okay.
back there by Branch Road, and a lot of people know where the lake is
Mhm.
over in that area. Well, that's the 10th precinct. And what happened was an individual, he and his wife, they supported me in 2021 when I ran for the council. So I know they were residents of the 3rd ward. They also signed the recall petition against Mr. Murphy, and their signatures were valid on the recall petition. And so what happened was I was campaigning, and if you don't know, I give people my card with my cell number on it. And I get a call. Said, I got my ballot, but your name is not on there. I said, well, I'll be over there. So I went over there. He showed me the ballot. It didn't even have the race on there. The 3rd ward race was on there. So I went to the county
Clerk.
Dominique.
Okay. To Dominique.
and I asked him, and he said, no, that address is in the 3rd Ward. And that Clerk Donahue made a mistake, made an error.
Davina Donahue.
Davina, the city
So
clerk.
you have a whole. So you have to purposely print these ballots
They're inspected.
without.
The ballots are inspected by the clerk, the county clerk, and the city clerk.
Okay.
But
So
no,
how did both of them miss it?
they had to purposely print a ballot without that
Absolutely.
information on it.
Absolutely.
Both of them miss it though.
Excuse me. So just so you can understand what we're saying, what he's saying is there's a section of people that are in the 3rd Ward that are going to receive ballots that do not even have the opportunity to vote
for the
in
3rd
this race.
Ward.
The option is not going to be on their ballot. So this is what this portion of the
This was
But
done
how
before.
did both of them miss it?
I-
How did
They
the
did.
city clerk
They
and the
had to have-
county clerk
But
both
they
miss
have
it?
to have done it on purpose because there are people in the 3rd Ward that have ballots with his name on it. So
Absolutely.
you
In that area.
So you purposely disenfranchised a whole precinct of people.
Well,
Not only do you have any
But
other
the
people in
big
that-
question is, what about in the 1st Ward?
Has that happened over there?
Has that happened? Because nobody has said anything.
Yes. Somebody
Okay.
told me my name wasn't on their ballot, and I just figured they didn't look in the right area.
Right. So you understand what I'm saying? And
Lord.
so this is where we are. And that's disenfranchisement of the voter is voter suppression. You have a class of people that are not able to vote. And these people sign a recall petition.
So,
Do you know how many
But-
people are in that 10th precinct by any chance?
I don't know exactly. Now, the 10th precinct, it does include some of the 4th Ward.
Okay.
You know, it does
It's
include,
split.
it's split.
it's split.
It's split.
Right.
And Davina Donahue tried to tell me it's by street. This is Davina. I've been around the block a couple of times. When you know somebody voted for me, I know they voted for me in
Right.
2021.
Right.
I know they did.
Right.
So they were in the 3rd Ward.
Let me tell
But that's what's
Well, let me
happening.
tell you
is
something.
Wait a minute.
you. Go ahead.
You're so excited.
You need to call her to order.
Excited
I'm
around.
thinking about something now. Go
You,
ahead.
you might need to look, but no, all I was gonna say is they disenfranchised the whole ward. They
Yeah,
got
they
rid
did.
of Aaron for 90 days. They kicked
Oh,
Tanya
yeah.
out. I mean, that ain't nothing
They,
to them.
they do first.
But this is but this just
There
has
you go.
never
Okay, I'm
been,
done now. Go ahead.
but this is just
Okay, let me tell you.
the behavior is escalating.
It's escalating.
The
Right.
behavior is like a serial killer.
We-
But the behavior escalates.
We bought we paid for the list
Mhm.
for the 1st Ward, right? How you get your list.
Right.
So I'm seeing Forest Hill on my list.
Okay.
I'm knowing Forest Hill is not in the 1st Ward. Okay? Forest Hill is a long way from the 1st Ward.
That's a 6th Ward.
And so I'm like, and I'm
The second ward.
and I'm
the
explaining-
second ward.
I know it ain't the 1st Ward. I've been in the 1st Ward almost my whole life. So
That's a long time.
oh my God.
That was,
Hey,
Oh my, you know what? I ain't gonna need
that was pretty
Don't-
good.
don't-
I mean,
don't-
she
don't-
was
don't-
slick.
don't-
That
don't-
was-
you know, Steph, my family know how to do. You know, we
I
know how to.
know
Yeah,
you know.
put your glasses on.
She put her glasses on.
If I didn't know better, I think he was trying to come for sweet. So I'm arguing with Gloria though. I'm saying, Gloria, this is not the 1st Ward. Yes, it is. You don't understand. Remember, I explained all that to you in the beginning and yada 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 yada.
She did do that.
Yada 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 yada. I called it back again, Gloria. I'm pretty sure. No, honey, yada 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 yada. And well, because she was being nice, but she was giving me bad information. But she's giving me bad information. She's giving me bad information. So then finally, after a few hours went by, and I'm steaming hot now because I'm feeling like she's trying to deliberately
Mhm.
sabotage me, you know. And because you get in your feelings, you get emotional. This thing is very touchy. So I calls her back and I'm like, Gloria, you know, and then we had some words because I'm like, well, I'm gonna have to have, you know, somebody help me with it. And we had a little exchange, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. So I call her back and I'm explaining to her, I'm pretty sure Gloria, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, just a second, because blah, blah. And then ding, oh honey, you're right. I'm so sorry, blah, blah, blah.
That funny part.
See, but this is the thing. I'm out here on foot. I'm not paying people to, you know, I don't have a little, I don't have a little, I haven't received
You ain't
big
been
bucks
getting no
from the
checks.
city. I
You
ain't
ain't
been getting no checks from the city. I ain't getting no art funds. So I can't pay no team of people to get out there and slang my
You're
literature.
right.
I gotta slang my own.
Because your
So if I
campaign manager is
yeah. So if it's an area that's not my area, then I've lost a day as an independent canvasser.
And see, and because
That's
I don't
vital.
trust her, I think she say calling you honey because she knows she's lying and giving you bad information.
No,
She's trying to be. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna call her honey and sweetie,
bunch of
but I
stuff.
know I just put some arsenic in her water.
I hope she ain't like that because I'm gonna
Okay,
say
you
this.
keep on
Everybody
lying.
gotta
In the
do
words of
That
Reverend
be on me.
Jackson.
I'm
keep
gonna
on
say
lying.
this, Gloria. I always say how I like you, and I'm taking a lot of flack for this, Gloria. I hope that I
Sure,
don't
I'm gonna
find
take a
out.
lot of flack.
I hope I don't find out that you're a compromised Gloria, because for whatever reason, I'm trying to keep hope alive that these ladies aren't telling me the truth. But anyway, so back to what happened though.
She's wrong.
We're in the meeting. So we're in the meeting. They got the doorway blocked,
just not
and
gonna
they
say
surround
nothing.
this lady, right? And she's telling them to back up. She's like, back up.
Wait, this is yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay.
So see, we're back. So she's
Okay.
like, back up, you know, and they like, you know, they finna put the battle cats, thunder cats, and show what? So they ready to get to ripping off the weaves and wigs and braid out. It's finna go down, and she up that thing on. Which a lot of people was like, she shouldn't have did it. But what's the point of having a CCW and a gun if you finna get whooped by 13 or 14 or 15 young girls that's amped up on 10? Okay? That ain't looking like they ain't got nothing to lose. They can't wait till the next time they scrap.
Let me just say
They
this.
look like they're finna what?
We're in no way advocating any kind of violence.
We not. I'm not.
Anyway.
I'm not. But she didn't have no choice.
We do have a right to bear arms if we are put in a compromising position.
Yeah, because
you have a right to protect yourself.
It was a lot of them.
And they were coming for her mama.
And her.
And I think everybody in this room, if it was their mama,
I'm finna go to hell or jail. I can tell you
would
right
not
now.
have hesitated.
I'm finna go to hell or jail.
To do what she did.
Don't mess with
So
me.
I just feel like at the end of the day, had leadership handled what they were supposed to handle,
never went
it shouldn't have even got to it should not have gotten to the point where someone felt like that they had to do that to protect themselves and their parent.
No,
it should not have even gotten there.
Let me tell you the worst part about that. The worst part about that, and hear me, because we fail to see the demonic compromising to get personal gain. The worst part about that is somebody that's in a leadership position took the opportunity to play on a grieving family and amp them up to possibly commit felony.
Okay,
because
they got that from Neely.
If they would have jumped on, if they would have jumped on the city council, so that's a felony. That's a felony.
So they're following the leader.
So now you went over to somebody's house, or whenever you spoke to them, you spoke to your co-council member that you adored so much, that he was so wonderful, and this is how you treat your colleagues' family while they're grieving. They ain't even got 7 days of grief going after he's buried, and you setting them up to go to the penitentiary and do your dirty work.
Well, let me say this. I got some breaking news today. And it kind of backlogged on Councilperson Fife. At the meeting, he said he they needed to put someone in that seat immediately because next week they were trying to sell Oak Park.
Right.
You all remember that? That
Yeah.
happened at the
And
council
that's when
meeting.
he got attacked.
And then I called Mark Quimbley,
Mm,
and he's of Ashley Capital.
okay.
I called him today, and he said that he did see the council meeting and that Mr. Pfeiffer was lying,
Oh,
that they were not trying to, I mean, that the people over Mr. John and the brothers and sisters of Oak Park
Mhm.
want to sell Oak Park.
What?
I'm just telling you what, if I give you your name, that means I can say it once, I can say it twice.
No. I mean,
And that's what Mr. Quimbley said. And I let him know, and I want to let the people know. I said, if I'm fortunate enough to be elected, you can't buy me. He said, well, AC, I hope I would have your support. I said, I've got the support of the people. And it's not for the third ward, that's a city park.
right.
It's like Hasselspring. It's
Right.
not.
It doesn't belong to you.
It just happened to
It's
be.
in the first one, but it's for the
It
city.
just happened to be in the third ward.
it's for the
And then
county,
he told
it's
me-
not for the city.
Then he told me an activist is agreeing with it. And I told him that I don't care what activist or non-activist agreeing with it. That is a city park. And it's the oldest black park in the city.
Anything that belongs to us can be.
Yeah.
So I just want to let the people know where I stand. You can't buy me.
Lord have mercy.
I believe in
Listen, those people can't fight. Those people were fighting tooth
They
and
done
nail for that park down there, Oak Park. So I refuse. I will go. I will.
said they got 4
votes.
votes and possibly a fifth vote.
Mm.
This is what I was told. And another thing, I've got to say this. W.T. Stevens, which is a woman-owned business,
Second generation
second generation.
has not been paid.
They did the pipes and things, and they're still owed $1 million. They're a resident of the third ward. Their business is located in the third ward.
And they have serviced this whole city.
And they service the whole city.
Even after they had to come back and
Let me finish this part. Now, what they took some dirt from the pipes
Mhm.
and put it on their own property, and the soil was tested, and it was completely safe. Mr. Neely has not, and no one in that third ward seat have went for their constituents to make sure they get paid. Now, on Industrial and Laredo, the city of Flint was sweeping streets. The lady is 98 years old,
Yeah.
and they dump street waste in tons on Laredo because it was a dead-end street. But yet, Mr. Neely hasn't paid, or this city council. So when I get on the council, I need 4 votes.
You know what? And we need to talk to people because people need to get vote. You can do absentee ballot voting.
Yeah.
Early voting starts. What's that date? It's that
It's
Saturday.
27th, about
It's
20.
the Saturday.
Yeah.
It's
You need to
no,
Let me also
wait, I'm still talking about. I
Let
want
me
these
finish.
people to vote.
Yeah.
The
Need them to vote.
26th, you can start early voting, and it's open every day from what 8 to 5.
You can
Right.
still
And then
request the
you
absentee
can still
ballot.
request absentee ballots. People, you got to vote because this is the kind of stuff that's happening.
Brandon,
That's why we're
Brandon,
sitting here with these 2 people. They're running. You're running for the first
She's
ward.
running
He's
for
running for the
first ward,
third ward.
city council
You need to take yourselves and other people.
To the
If they're
public.
not registered, get them registered.
I registered somebody today, Mayor.
Go vote.
Let me tell you, you can go down to the clerk's office, and they have a form.
That wouldn't give me the form.
Well, I'm saying you can go down to the clerk's office. I got forms and the clerk gave me the form.
Okay. Yeah.
And I registered a young lady, 22 years old, and registered to vote, sent her application in to vote. First time voter.
We got
Okay.
5 minutes.
Oh, it was something good I had to say too.
What is? Y'all vote. We need you to
We
vote.
need you to vote. Vote like your life
Oh,
depends on it,
because it does.
And let's not forget on the north side of Flint, period, all over Flint, the reason our basement's back up is because our system is only set up for 70,000 residents. We have way more than that on our sewer system, so that's why when we have heavy rain, it backs up. We're supposed to be getting new infrastructure and all of that. We have not because we vote not. So.
And you know what? You just made me think about something, because this is important too when you're talking about voting. Because a lot of times people will say, "Well, vote straight ticket." That's okay if that's what you want to do.
Right.
But you
know
gotta
who you're
turn
voting
that
for, but they're not on the Democratic ticket. They're
you have
in
to
the
turn that ballot
nonpartisan.
over.
Right. You have to go to the
Yeah,
nonpartisan.
they're
That's
probably
where
like
the
almost in
judges
the
are.
last
And I'm under
section, one of the last section.
we're in the nonpartisan section, and I'm under special elections. Vote in the first ward for Carol McIntosh for your first ward city council seat.
And we don't know if you're on the ballot, are you?
Well, I'm on
You're
the
on
ballot. You know,
some of the ballot.
Again, I don't know if other precincts in the third ward. I don't know. I'm just saying that I know that one.
Mm-hmm.
But the nonpartisan portion, that's where I'm at on the nonpartisan portion, AC Dumas. We have the Supreme Court Justice.
The judges are there.
Yes.
Kyra
Bowles
Harris. We have LaToya Willis for the Court of Appeal.
Right.
We have Mary Hood for the Genesee County 7th Circuit Court. And we have Percy Whitmore. He's running for the Mott Community College.
Yeah.
We have Linda K. Booz, who lives in the 3rd Ward in the 10th Precinct.
Oh,
and my name and her name is on her ballot. I'm supporting her. We need to put people.
So your name is on her ballot, and she's in the 10th precinct, but it's not on some other.
Wait, let me say here's her street, and here's the other street. You know, it's a little field that's separated.
Right. I know.
This thing ain't making sense to me.
The math ain't math.
And we know that you're good with numbers.
That's what I do.
That's what she crunches. She good with numbers.
It's about time for somebody to come in here and check on things. Right?
Well, let me tell you that. You know why nobody's coming in and check? This thing go higher than what.
Right.
This go higher than what. This go higher.
Right.
Absolutely.
And they know.
Absolutely.
People, it goes higher.
It does.
And they know it.
It goes high and the pockets are deep.
And there you go. That's right.
And I suspect
It goes high.
Look, and I'm starting to feel like we got a Puff Daddy situation the way folks dropping dead. I mean, it's just so convenient.
Well, they
You know, at big money time, everybody just falls off. At all through the struggle, they can hold up. They strong, drink poison water and everything. And I also this is what I wanted to say. And these people that acted like this yesterday at the city council meeting, we need to look at the possibility that they're the victims of the water crisis too, because these were young people. No, it did give them behavior problems. Yeah, it's real. I mean, you was.
They have been. What's the name?
Along with my behavior problem.
When you gas somebody.
Okay,
up
along with my behavior
up,
problem, now I'm ready to kill. We're
Well, and we're gonna go back to leadership again then, because that's who was doing that. And they were taking advantage of a family,
a grieving family,
right? And they took advantage of it.
And you know, I was in the mortuary business for 27 years, and as a matter of fact, I applied to go to Pittsburgh Institute of Mortuary. You know, I was just like doing things further your education. But I want to say this: when you go make arrangements, Stephanie, you know this. You never go to a funeral home by yourself with your family. You go with somebody outside, because guess what?
You gonna make an emotional decision?
You're gonna make emotional decision. I'm finished. Please
Well,
remember AC Dumas, Third Ward, Flint City
And Carol
Council.
McIntosh, First Ward, and also you done messed me up. I had something for you.
Okay, well, I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna give a pitch because this Sunday is voter activation Sunday at Vernon Chapel AME Church. We're having service at 10:45 and a brunch right after at 12:30. We're gonna have information about what is going on, how you can be involved in the process.
Who's your
So
guest?
come.
What's your
Dominique
comment say?
Clemens is going to be there to give some information, but we've working with the NAACP, we're working with the Black Caucus, the Boule, AKA's Black Leaders Forum are all going to be a part. And so I hope to see you all.
I think the links
Your
are gonna be there.
The links are going to,
be there too.
and that's what we're doing. We're clutching our pearls because we are Kamala Harris
Unbelievable.
all the way.
Well, I kind of beat all of you all
What is those comments saying?
Before we sign, how did you beat
How'd
us
you beat
out?
all
because
of
I've already voted for Kamala Harris. I've already voted.
And he's a black man. That's
Oh,
Because
my nigga.
black men support Kamala.
My
Harris.
mother's a
Don't
black
you like
woman. You think I would? Y'all
You
crazy.
need to
Y'all
talk to
think
some
of women.
Don't y'all let us divide. You need to try
Talk
to
to some of your compadres.
I-
women.
Our Saxon brothers who got good sense will take your support too. So
Yes, you all come on.
all the strong men who are who support strong women, who support their daughters, their mothers,
You know what,
their
Dr.
sisters,
Weaver,
their
let me say this.
aunts.
We went to a church Sunday real quick. I had pink on, right?
Yes,
Because real men wear pink.
that's right.
You know what? Breast cancer.
Mhm.
You know, so I support women.
Well, men
And-
can
and-
breast cancer too.
Yeah.
But but
Richard
You
Brown.
ain't-
okay, you want to tell us anything before we sign off, Lane?
What the comments say?
Just getting through the last few. Everybody was just kind of talking. Said she had her weapon down, wasn't pointing it at anybody. Can't believe it's true. Why would they have their protest if they were going to sell it? That makes no sense. I'm sorry, I need proof. Mayor Weaver still cares about the city of Flint. Just think how much further the city would be if she was the
I
mayor.
agree with that.
Flint is a whole mess. Elect Carol McIntosh First Ward. I met quite a few people helping with the Liddell Lewis recall that says they don't care to vote because they're a felon, but I tried to explain they still can vote, but
Yes,
they
you
still
can.
didn't care about voting. Gloria Davis said this is what voter suppression look like. AC Dumas, please like, share, and vote.
All right.
That's right. And that's a good note to end on.
Yes, it is.
Like, share, and vote.
Yeah.
And thank you all for tuning in. We'll be
And
cleaning
to
our purse.
Is that the producer?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I want to give him a hand. All right, all right.
That's the hand right there. that's the hand right there.
Thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you when we see you.
See you Saturday. Truth shall make you free.
That's right.
At 9:30, WFLT 1420.
Friday, 1420.
There you go.
All right.
I'm
That's
hitting
it, ladies.
that,
There was a
and
lot of chat.
What's on the ballot this November election? Click What's on the ballot at michigan.gov/vote to find the ballot for your precinct.